Call the meeting to order. Let's do the Pledge of Allegiance. We have Aaron and Kelly are going to lead us in the pledge.
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, Gunner, I miss Gunner. Hey, Gunner. Good job. Okay, I think we have an oath of office to give.
Please raise your hand. I, Zeldin Rice,
I, Zeldin Rice,
hereby declare under oath
hereby declare under oath
that I will faithfully perform the duties
that I will faithfully perform the duties
of Board Member Office Number 5,
of Board Member Office Number 5,
Lawton Independent School District Number 8,
Lawton Independent School District Number 8,
Comanche County, Oklahoma,
Comanche County, Oklahoma,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
and that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
all of the duties pertaining to said office,
all of the duties pertaining to said office,
and obey the Constitution and laws
and obey the Constitution and laws
of the United States and Oklahoma.
of the United States and Oklahoma.
Thank you.
Yay, one more time. All right, roll call.
Ms. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Rice,
Here.
Ms. Clodfelter, Ms. Nyworth,
Here?
Ms. Edwards.
Here. All right, next on our agenda is our election of officers. We usually reorganize after we get our fifth member in. So, Mary?
I'm going to nominate Patty Nyworth for board president.
Thank you, ma'am. Do you have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor? Call the roll.
Ms. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Rice,
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth,
Yes.
Ms. Edwards.
Yes.
All right, how about we need a vice president of the board?
I make a motion that Kelly Edwards is Vice President.
Second.
Call the roll.
Ms. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Rice,
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth,
Yes.
Ms. Edwards.
Yes.
All right, now we're all back to special guests. He's a little delayed. I guess we'll do that when he gets here.
Yes.
Okay. I guess let's do the architect.
Good evening, everyone. It's good to be back in person again. Those video conferences are always difficult. I sent a report ahead of time, and it's my understanding the board has received that, and so I won't read it verbatim like I have been. Just a few highlights and updates on the Eisenhower Middle School project. We'll be going back out to do the gym area punch list on the 23rd, not the 16th. I was off by a week there. For the Whittier Safe Room, we had our weekly construction, or our monthly construction meeting earlier this week on Tuesday, and we reviewed the sod and irrigation prices for Whittier. I think everyone's leaning towards permanent irrigation, and we're going to get a second price from a local contractor for that, and we'll share it with the district at that time. The Cameron Stadium project, we're still waiting on the field accessories like the field goal post. They were supposed to be in this week on site and getting started. There has been shipping delays due to COVID. They're expecting early August that they'll arrive on site. Just heard that today. The re-roof projects, the 4 that we have going on, just want to update you that MacArthur High School and Woodland Hills, the roofing membranes are both complete there now too. And they'll be starting Pat Henry the first week of August.
Oh, good.
Over at Lawton High, the HVAC project, the gym ceiling is about 25% complete. I went by there today and they're making quick work of it. The Tomlinson Middle School gym HVAC project, we've decided, or the district decided to proceed with the change order to paint the gym walls there. So Not only will the ceiling be repainted, the walls will also be covered.
That's in the main gym, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
but just
Yes,
the main
ma'am.
gym.
Yeah, they're both separate buildings, but it's the big gym, yeah.
Their smaller gym still doesn't have AC, or did we do that as well?
No, it does not have AC, and that's something we're gonna look at as we move further into, and some of the money we have, some of the available funds, possibly of air conditioning that at some point down the line.
Needed
Okay.
today.
Yes.
Yes. All right, are there any questions on any of the projects?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Crossland.
Josh is starting his
Who
stint
is
for
that
training
masked
with the
man?
National Guard, so you guys are stuck with me, but it's good to see everybody. At least most of you. I can see the top part of your faces, so.
With our eyes.
So, as Corey said, we're gonna kind of touch on, just current changes from the drafting of the report, so we understand you guys have seen the report, and I'll take some questions afterward if there are any. Eisenhower Middle School has made some good strides really in the last week. If you happen to drive by there today, you'll see the sod installation, looking fantastic, so it really adds another level to it. So drive by there if you haven't seen it, it looks really nice. Additionally, on the exterior, the guys are working on the EFIS at the entry. So here next week, you can go out there and really kind of get a good idea what that entry is going to feel like. On the interiors, in the classroom area, the furniture has been delivered. They're currently working on installation, so some of the classrooms are starting to take shape in there nicely. In the admin area, probably the most frantic right now, getting that ready for admin to move in. We have a lot of electrical wiring and lighting being installed. Overhead rough-in is going on right now, as well as the millwork installation. So that's really a lot going on there right now. Flooring in the art, the band, and music is underway currently as well. So they had one room complete. They're working on prepping for the second room right now, with completion expected by the first part of next week of that area. Polishing the terrazzo, probably looking at another week to week and a half before completion of that in the main area. They're polishing the front area right now, and as they work their way out towards the classroom area, they're going to be polishing. So it's really looking nice in there, but we're just shuffling a lot of people in there right now. But the cafeteria ceilings on the overhead are going in, and they'll be completed as of the end of tomorrow. We still have the electrical, mechanical rough-in for those ceilings, but the ceilings themselves are in, so really starts to complete the look. Punch list was completed and issued for the classroom areas. That was sent out, or punch list was completed earlier this week, sent out yesterday. So we're working that currently. And then we have the punch list scheduled for the gymnasium area, weight room, locker room, as well as wrestling scheduled for next Thursday. So as far as the impact on COVID, wanted to update the board on the situation there. We've had 3 contractors with issues on site. Currently, right now, the biggest impact is the electrical contractor, Southern Plains. They were down a few guys, so we're working right now to supplement them. We believe that we'll have guys coming in on site from another company starting as early as Monday next week. So we're looking to get 8 additional electricians on site. We have 4 in place already that will be here, and it's an ongoing issue every day. We're fighting that. So Avenue C is the other one. As of right now, not very big impacts on them, but we are pressuring them to get some additional guys, which they do have. So next week, we're anticipating they get back on track, but no real concerns there. And then we had one employee, a concrete worker, that was down, and he's currently in quarantine, so no impact or delays there. So with that, I'll take any questions the board has.
Are we on schedule for the teacher move-in that
Yes,
you
ma'am.
mentioned?
Mm-hmm.
I know they're excited.
Yeah, it's looking really good, Patty.
The building looks awesome from the outside.
Thank you very
I just
much,
think
yeah.
it's beautiful, and I'm very proud for Lawton, and I want to thank you all.
Great, thank you for that. We're
Pretty
getting very excited, so.
Anybody? Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Kevin, you want to backtrack?
I can.
Dean, would you join us up here, please, sir?
I was hoping to make that the last event on your agenda.
We had you as a first event.
You gotta keep me around. Make me wait.
Well, here, you get in the middle there.
Okay, thank you.
Lawton Public Schools is so blessed to have a fort that supports us, and they give us people like Colonel King to work with, and it makes such a difference in what we're able to do for all of our kids, not just the military kids. So Colonel King, we appreciate it. We're going to miss you.
I'm gonna miss you
But
guys.
travel safely.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for your service.
I appreciate it. Can I say a few things?
Absolutely.
I was excited to come today, and I apologize for being late. As you know, we've all been going through the COVID thing, and your meetings seem to get tied up with my boss's meetings, so I've been missing, a lot of these meetings, and trust me, the guilt is deep. But I wanted to take the time to thank you, and on behalf of Angelica Fleming and the team at Fort Sill, thank you guys for everything that you do, not only for Freedom Elementary, but for all the schools, all the kids, and all the things that you do, because I've actually been able to see here and see the impact that you've had. And to be able to see that in a year, in 2 years, that's amazing. That means the team here, collectively, all of us, all of you are doing what is necessary for Lawton Public Schools. So once again, guys, I can't thank you enough, and I apologize for being tardy. I will see if I can get an exemption, for all my tardiness here later, but you guys, thank you very much, and it was a privilege to serve with you.
Thank you, Colonel King. All right, department reports.
Is there information items on the department reports? You have those? Any questions on those? Anything? Anybody got any discussion on those? Okay.
Okay, action item.
The first action item is the proposal of beginning middle school soccer programs. Again, this is adding more students and getting things for our students to do, and we know extracurriculars have value, and we're very excited that our administration and middle school principals and Gary Dees, our athletic director, wanted to add this, so I recommend we add middle school soccer.
Well, I know when my kids were coming up, they both played soccer in grade school, and when there wasn't that middle school soccer, they kind of fell off, so I'm really excited, and I think it'll help with Title 19 too.
I'm absolutely thrilled about this. My kids both play soccer, and it has been challenging to not have that in middle school, and this is going to be a great addition. Is this beginning this year? Will this?
That is the intent to begin it this year.
Okay, at all of the middle schools?
Yes, that's
Nice.
Okay.
Well, that's going to be incredible, and I'm super excited. Is this is an action item?
Yes.
Ma'am.
I absolutely make a motion that we approve this.
Second.
Okay, call the roll.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes.
Ms. Edwards?
Yes.
Okay. Extra duty
Then
salary.
the next one's just extra duty. You can see the proposal. Some of those are your normals with your 5% for special ed and vocational agriculture. So there's nothing out of the ordinary there. Obviously, I
Any
recommend we approve it.
questions? Yeah. Any questions? Have a motion?
I make a motion we approve that.
Second?
Okay, call the roll.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes.
Ms. Edwards?
Yes.
Okay, the next action item is, again, a salary schedule.
I'm sorry.
Proposed salary schedule, teachers are, okay.
Oh, yeah, the proposed extra duty
Yeah.
says, again, is you look, it's in the,
It's for the VOAG and everybody.
that's the one we just did, isn't it?
Well, no, the
No.
proposed extra duty is what we did at 8C. Oh, did we do both of them?
Yeah, we did 8C and 8B.
Well, good deal.
We're on number 9, I'm sorry.
Okay, number 9.
Number 9 is the, first of all, he snuck out, but we'll put it on TV about Corey.
Those are two separate,
Item. That's what I was asking.
8C.
The other one didn't,
We did 8B and 8C.
8C doesn't have a number, or the next one doesn't have a number by it.
8C has two different action items lumped into it.
Yeah,
There's
are
the
they both-
one for,
Do we need another motion
Do
then?
we need to go ahead and vote, just be,
extra duty under the salary schedule?
that's kind of what. I
Okay,
was
it
wondering.
just wasn't in color. Okay, let's go back and,
Let's go ahead and do a vote on, do I have a motion on the proposed salary schedule?
Yeah, I'll make a motion on the proposed salary schedule in 8C.
I'll second it.
Okay, call the roll.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes,
Ms. Edwards?
Yes.
better safe than sorry.
Yep.
All right, now, time for the big drawing.
well, the first, he left before it got to me on my report, but Corey Miller and his wife welcomed the new baby last Monday, our architect.
Oh.
Emerson Henry Miller. Congratulations to Corey. I'm sure he's listening to us in his car while he's driving.
Yeah, sure is.
But he did get off, which was great. Next is we have Caleb Fleming. Come on up, Caleb. As you know, we're very excited. We have Ridgecrest is moving forward rapidly on that. We're approving all the actions, and right now Caleb's going to draw another school out for us and see who wins the makeover this month.
Roll them up there. There you go.
Who you got? Woodland Hills. So Woodland Hills wins this month. Thank you, Caleb, very much.
All right, so you'll be out there looking at the...
On my announcements, and the good news one is we put this out, but we do have, if you want to pass one down, the Educational Reentry Framework. And these are online, and we're working to get them. As always, we look working to get things more viewed, but we do want to make sure we reinforce the fact that we have the traditional model, the blended, and the virtual, and everything we're doing is to be flexible for staff and students, and we're going to work hard. We're putting out another survey on the 27th of this month, and it'll run that week. We also have a podcast for parents and a podcast for staff coming out at the first of next week. I think they'll try to come out Monday. Put a lot of pressure on Lynn and her team to get those out. So we're really working hard. We want feedback from these things so we can answer questions. I think everyone knows it changes every day, and we understand people have concerns, and we're going to do everything we can to create safe environments where learning can take place, whether it's home to home, school to home, or face-to-face at school. So we're going to work really hard on all of those, and we just want to make sure that goes. Good news to share. The long-awaited parking repairs has started at the transportation of the Buster Barn. As you know, yes, there you go. As you know, when I first came down here, we lost a bus in one of those potholes. It was pretty bad, so we're very excited about that. I do want people in the district to know that you guys as a district, one of the exciting things about coming to Lawton was the bond issues you had passed and the money you had to improve things. And you know, when we're using those funds, we're going to start with the school here. We're looking at the athletic fencing. There's bond issues in there. And we know one of the things you worry, and people say, well, why are you doing this? It's one reason we're doing the drawing. You've got to start with a school somewhere. And we're going to try to work through it may take us 2 years to get through every school by doing one a month. But in 2 years, we can get through them. And so that's kind of where we're at on that. So that project started. We got other projects started, and we're excited about the makeover and the curb appeal. The other thing on the drawing I almost left out was the city of Lawton. They're helping us in some of those areas. They're going to work with us on the sidewalks. Although we approve sidewalk, they have assured us, and again, they have financial dollars to count, but they have money for sidewalks at Ridgecrest. They're going to pay for some of the sidewalk repairs we're doing. So that'll make our dollars go further. So we're very happy that they're going to partner with us all through this, because curb appeal is big to the city of Lawton. We have lots of people contacting us, and hopefully the neighborhoods will work with us on some of the landscaping and some of those things so the money goes further. But the ultimate goal is we will draw every school in the district out of here before we're done in the next 2 years, and every school will get a makeover. And then at some point we can start all over again. And if we can just get it in a rotation, it just shouldn't cost as much the second time around. But if we just get in a rotation that we as a district are committing district resources, and then we're going to encourage the local neighborhoods and local schools and their buildings to get that pride in their school and keep them up themselves. So we're really excited about that. And then, go ahead.
It's exterior renovations only,
Yes.
right? So it's like paint and fences and playgrounds.
Yeah, so like at Ridgecrest, the things that we've looked at Ridgecrest, and again, we have to prioritize, but one is fencing.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to put chain link fence, the black vinyl fence all the way around it. That'll be safety and see sidewalks all the way around it.
Mm-hmm.
We're painting it,
Mm-hmm.
putting new blinds in all the windows. We're going to remove some storage buildings. We're putting a new sign up.
Landscaping.
And some landscaping.
Awesome.
And then, obviously, if it needs inside, that'll be another part of a bond
Okay.
issue. We'll do that. But a lot of work's been done inside, and our custodial staff, the buildings I've walked through, take a lot of pride.
Yeah,
And a lot
they
of
do.
those look good.
They do.
So
So if an individual or a business wants to contribute to a school, they just need to contact you, correct?
Especially if it's a school in their neighborhood, they could contact us or work within their school and say, hey, we'd like to be part of this. We'd like to help with the landscaping. We'd like to help with the signage or some of those things. So, and the other thing at Ridgecrest, you know, and it's things that you see that happen as we evolve, as the district expanded pre-K to local sites. All of our sites, we haven't added pre-K playground equipment. So although that's not really fitting into curb appeal, at some point Ridgecrest needs playground equipment for the pre-K kids because it's a little different playground equipment. So although some of that stuff gets tied together, so hopefully as we go to these sites and do this, we'll correct some other things up more so than curb appeal and just upgrade a lot of things at that site. So, and then any other questions on that?
Am I correct in saying that our bond money, some of it was designated for this?
Yes, ma'am. There's bond money there, and in the 2014 bond, there's a portion of that money that every year we get, because we sell some of that goes to repairs and upgrades of school districts. So, and there was a lot of expectations out of those bonds, and Lance and I talk a lot, and we're really trying, Lance with his, and really trying to get that in order and make sure before we spend it all on these things, we want to make sure we meet all those promises that those committees had. And when we get past the COVID, we'll start meeting with the committee again. But we want to make sure that everything that was put out there that the district was going to do with the bond money, we find a way to do it with the funds we have.
Great deal.
Anything else on that? Then the next thing is, we were notified this week that the work product submitted by the LPS communication team has received honorable mention for distinguished achievement in 2 categories from the National School Public Relations Association. The LPS review, which was started by the department 2 years ago, won honors in school district print newspaper. The internal audience category. In addition, honors were awarded in school district video produced in-house category for communications produced from pre-K to college. So again, that's the second time since I've been here that Lynn and her team's been awarded things. So we're doing a great job with that. And you know that we're going to get another award now that I'm doing podcasts. You know we're going to get an award. I do encourage you to tune in for those. I don't know that we're going to get an award for them, but we do invite you to tune into the podcast. Lynn works really hard to get questions and put those together for us to answer those questions. So definitely submit questions, and we'd like the community to communicate every way we can with our district.
All righty. That's your announcement, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, consent agenda.
Any questions on the consent agenda?
Anything to be pulled? Any questions? Do I have a motion?
I'll move that we accept it.
Second.
Call the roll.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes.
Ms. Edwards?
Yes.
All right. Scroll down here. Do we need an executive session?
I do not recommend one unless somebody else has a. Okay.
Cool. Okay. Superintendent's personnel reports then, I bet.
Discuss approval of personnel. I believe you'd be at 15A.
Okay. Were there any questions on that? Is there a motion to approve the personnel reports?
I make a motion, we approve the personnel report.
Second.
Call the roll.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes.
Ms. Edwards?
Yes.
Okay. Any new business?
Can I say something about that?
You betcha.
As I looked over that and saw our resignations
I know.
and retirements, we've lost some good teachers in this. I'm sure they're older. Yeah, I mean, they're not maybe, but they were just excellent teachers, and it makes me sad to see them leave.
Always, every time.
Well, that's one thing that we've talked about, that as we get into our retirement eligible teachers with our present health concerns, we're going to really work hard to try to find ways to create environments where they can be effective, because we can't afford to lose. Those are our most Our teachers are a valuable resource we have, and we want to work hard with you as teachers to create that environment that your healthcare professionals will tell you you're safe to work in, so that we can continue with our great teachers educating our students. So,
Any new business?
I have none.
And the next regular board meeting will be Monday, August 3rd at 5 here at Shoemaker. Any board meeting dates need to be set that you know of other than the regular? Okay, any board announcements?
Nope.
All right, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
I'll second.
Call the roll.
Ms. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Ms. Nyworth?
Yes.
Ms. Edwards?
Yes,
Thank you.
that's a record.
Now I get to do my 25 years, be able